Yo, what is cracking, everyone? This is your man Politikdaking, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to stream or how to record from your Xbox One, to stream from your Xbox One and then record it and do live streaming and recording for video gaming videos or whatever you want to do. It's really easy. It's not as bad as I thought. When my capture card broke, and I don't really have my capture card around here, but when my capture card broke, man, I was left with almost like little option um, to do any type of streaming. I could stream off my Xbox. I could, stream the Beam. I couldn't stream to YouTube, but through the Xbox Live app with Windows 10, you can actually capture, whatever's on your Xbox screen for video, and you can use it to stream or record or whatever. So I'm gonna help you guys through that. And right now I'm in a monitor capture. If you see here, I want you guys to look. You won't be able to see my mouse, but if you look at the bottom right here, it's gonna be like right in the middle. You'll see that it says monitor capture. You'll see it says video capture device and then image. So this image that's surrounding my border of my face, that is the image that is there in OBS, and as well as the monitor capture is actually capturing my monitor. So you have to get real familiar with OBS, and I have everything pulled up, so we're just going to go ahead and go here. So the first thing you want to do to be ordered to stream or record is to have OBS. OBS is the application that I use to do streaming and to do recording most of the time because it's just very user friendly and it's easy and it's free. It doesn't really take too much to set up or anything. So they have OBS Studio, which is like the latest OBS. Now, I'm not going to do a tutorial with that one because I don't have that on my computer. Main reason why is because it slows down my computer so much, and my computer can't take it. So I'm going to go down to, let me see here, OBS Classic. And this is what we're going to click on here. Let me see here. So we're going to go to download. And let me see here. We're going to go to OBS Classic. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to download. So you'll just click on it. You'll download. It'll pull up. And then you'll want to run it. And then you'll want to install it to your computer. So I can't give you a tutorial on how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, then you're going to be pretty lost. But this is your first step, is to download OBS Classic. And they have two different versions. They have, it seems like it comes with 32 and 64-bit for Windows. So that's good. So I have a 64-bit computer, but I think I still run the 32-bit because, again, it doesn't slow down my computer as much and it just takes less RAM. So once you download OBS, you'll have this right here, and I'm gonna just go through a setup because because it's needed. And I could go through the scene switcher, but pretty much you would want to click here where it says scenes, and you'll want to go to add scene, and then we'll just say scene 2. So you can't see me right now, so I'm gonna go back here. Actually, I'm gonna go back there. I don't know how that's gonna affect the recording at all, but for the most part, what you're gonna do is, okay, since you guys are able to follow along with me, I think it won't be that bad. But we'll go to scene 2. We'll go to scene 2, and we'll go to add, and we're gonna go to monitor capture, and we're gonna press OK. And you won't really have to do anything here. Just press OK. And boom, we have our monitor capture set up. So now that you're able to capture your screen, and I am going to go through some settings with you on OBS because OBS, it can be generally difficult to set up sometimes, especially trying to get everything right. So with my internet, I have pretty fast internet. I have up to 25 megabits per second. Now it goes higher than that sometimes, so sometimes I set it a little higher, but this is where I usually have my quality balance around 8. I have CBR on all these settings right here, and then I have it at 7,500 I guess is kilobits per second, and that would be to stream. So that's dependent on your internet, and you'll just want to check that out, what your internet speed is, and et cetera, et cetera. But pretty much I think it's 1,000 megabits per kilobit or something like that, or 1,000 kilobits per megabyte. So again, so this is running at about 7 megabytes per second, or megabits per second. 7.5 megabits per second for me. So you'll go here, and this is where you decide whether you want to do live stream. Like, this is my thing for YouTube. They also have Twitch and different ones there, so you can do all that. And then they even have custom, which means you'll have to set it up custom. That's for like Beam and stuff like that. And then you can go to file output only. If you're only going to be doing local recordings, you'll do file output. And you really won't have to mess with these settings. The main one here is the file path. You'll want to click on that, browse, and click your file path to see where you actually want to save your video. So wherever, if you do a local recording and you want to save your video, this is where you would pick what folder it goes into. So we'll go here, and I can do a more detailed I guess walkthrough on this. And this is your base resolution. So my monitor size is this size. So I just set it up for the same size as my monitor size. Now, sometimes your computer won't be able to take, your recording, so you can set the resolution down. As long as I have that quality balance up here to about 8, as you see there. And the way you'll have to fix that is you'll undo that, and then you have to click down, whatever it is. So you can click 8, you can click 10. It usually gets me pretty good. So I just keep everything like this. So your aspect ratio, you'll want to click here to monitor, and then you want to click the custom, and it's going to tell you what your screen size is on your computer. So we're going to go down here, and this is really important. So when you have your microphone, now if you don't have a microphone for your computer, then your audio is going to sound really bad, honestly, when you do recording, because you'll just be recording off the computer mic. So if you're going to record off the computer mic, which will be default on here, then what you'll want to do is you'll want to keep everything really, really silent. You'll want to keep your computer sort of close to you, so it can hear your voice, and it's going to sort of sound really bad. So, and then the other thing is that I have the mic boost to 4. I have the mic boost to 4. That way you can hear everything that I have to say, and that, if I'm far away from the mic, you can still sort of hear me. So I usually keep that on 4, but you'll just have to adjust that to however you feel. So you want to do a couple of test recordings before you actually start. Now this is the big one, or whatever, especially if you don't have a lot of RAM on your computer. You'll want to set this to ultra fast. It's going to be about very fast or faster, I think, by default. But what you'll want to do is set it to ultra fast. And then I set the encoding profile to main. This is like one of the biggest deals ever. It is. Actually, with me recording with OBS, I used to have a lot of problems recording. I just did. I had a lot of problems recording, and I had to always adjust my settings. Once I fixed my CPU preset to ultra fast and my encoding profile to main, I didn't have those problems. And the reason why is because when you set it to ultra fast, it actually uses less RAM to record your screen, to record everything. So it uses a lot less CPU and a lot less RAM, so you're not getting any laggy stuff. So if you have more RAM, or if you have more, if you have like 16 gigabytes of RAM, you can sort of set this lower to like slower or medium. And what it's going to do is just going to make sure the video quality comes out a lot better and all of that. But for the most part, I get, 720, 1080p with ultra fast, and that works really good for me. So as I upgrade my computer, I might upgrade this computer to 16 gigabytes of RAM with 8 gigabyte RAM, I guess RAM's memory. I'll install it myself. Then, I can set this lower and then have a better quality. But for the most part, I stick with this because it does not bother my computer. So pretty much that's it. I mean, there are some other things that you can mess with here. Um, and this is the main part of you recording anything is going to be this. This is the main part or whatever is you have an OBS. So there's some things that you can you can click through or whatever. And this is just like my voice threshold and stuff like that. So I'm going to go to hotkeys. And hotkeys is really important because you can start your stream by setting it to certain numbers or keys on your computer. So I have my my keypad on my laptop off to the right, and I have start recording as 1, I have stop recording as 2, I have start stream as 4, and I have stop stream as 5, and then I have my mute and unmute mic. That way when I'm streaming, if I want to mute my mic and then I want to talk to somebody, maybe something that's personal or private, I can mute it. As well as my desktop, I can mute the background sound. Maybe if it's too loud and I just want to talk to you guys or something like that, I can do that by the click of a button on my keyboard. So this is really important to be able to do, especially if you, you know, I mean, when you want to stream, you don't want to have to click on it and then look at the camera. If you can just press the button and look at the camera, you'll be a little bit more set up and a little bit more professional for your videos. So yeah, just take note of that, and if you have to go back and look at my settings and see what works for you, or please comment below and I will holler at you about what settings that you should have. It's pretty good. So we have our monitor capture set up, and I'm gonna go back to my other thing so you guys can see me. So I'm back. So yeah, so once you have OBS set up, and you'll be able to set up a camera, and you'll just have to click on everything that says sources. You'll have to right click, and you'll want to go to add, and then you can add you know, an image. You can add a video capture device, which would be like a camera, or you know, if you do get a game what is that, a capture card, you can add your capture card. You know, I can do a tutorial on that later, but this is strictly just you doing a monitor capture. And then we'll be doing what's next. So what's next is that we'll have this, and this is your Xbox app. So I'm gonna close it out real quick, and you'll just want to go here. There might be a little lag in the video because I closed something out. So and there might be a little lag when I pull this up. So either way, my voice will still be here, and you guys will still be able to hear me. So I have the Xbox app. And I think the Xbox app comes custom with, I mean, it comes by default through Windows 10. So what you'll want to do here is you'll want to click on the Xbox app. Initially, it'll tell you to sign in. And what you'll do is you'll sign into your Xbox Live profile. Now, you're going to have to be signed in as well on your Xbox One while you're doing this. So you have to sign into your Xbox One, and then you have to sign into the Xbox app. And then you'll have this screen up. So this is pretty much like, you know, your dashboard on Xbox One. And then what you want to go here, you'll want to go to game streaming, and you'll click on game streaming. So I'm gonna just go down here, and you'll see it says connection, and we're gonna click on that. And right now this shows all the Xbox Ones at my house. So I have 2 Xbox Ones. One of them's for the living room, and one of them's for my personal game room. That I have in here, and I changed the name of my my Xbox to the Kings because that's my clan name and everything else like that. So once you have this up, you'll go to, let me see here. So pretty much, I think initially you might have to click on add a device, but it's pretty much going to detect it. And again, you're going to have to be on the same network, Wi-Fi network, as your computer. So the Xbox One has to be connected to the internet, the same internet as your computer. You don't want to have it on different internets because it's not going to detect it. So what we do is we go to stream, and we're going to pull that up, and we're going to click continue here. And now what you have is you have your Xbox Live, your Xbox live stream. So I got my controller here, and I'm just gonna click on a game real quick, and I'm gonna click on Call of Duty. And pretty much this is how I do my recording. After my capture card broke, I couldn't use my capture card to record. And honestly, the capture card just gave me a lot of pain. Anyway, so if you have a computer with, and I only have 6 GB of RAM on my computer on my laptop. So if you got 6 GB of RAM, you can do this. It's not going to slow your computer down a little bit. There might be a little lag, and really all this depends on your internet connection. And I'm gonna show you guys something because this was on one of my videos before. So when you do this streaming, what you'll want to do is you'll go change quality. Now I have my quality on very high, and the reason why I have my quality on very high because it's gonna take the most. It's gonna take the most out of my internet or whatever to get the most quality stream. So when I'm recording my monitor capture, there's no lag, and when I'm doing a live stream, there's no lag. If you do it on if you do it on high or medium or low, your video quality is gonna suffer, and there's gonna be a lot of lag, and it's gonna look really bad when you do recording. So I'm gonna just click on multiplayer, and I'm gonna click on play.
Get prepped.
Now, the other thing is you might be hearing a little echo from me, and that's because of my computer plays the sound too, along with my Xbox. So the only solution for this is you to plug headphones into your computer, and then the sound will go through your headphones. Or if you have most people on their computers, they have speakers so they can hear, especially on a desktop computer. So if you have your speakers plugged in, you can just adjust the setting to turn it down on the speakers, and you won't have to hear any feedback from your computer. So usually I plug in the headphones, and I will tell you, especially on slower computer guys, if you start recording and you start hearing the sound from your computer because you don't have anything plugged in, I'm about to plug in a headphone jack or whatever. It's not really for headphones, but I'm gonna just plug it in just to get rid of the sound. Now it's gonna lag my stream a little bit, and okay, this time it didn't. But usually what it does is it might lag your stream if you plug in headphones mid stream or whatever. It might even freeze your video. So you'll want to alt tab and check and see if your stream is okay. And you'll have to just do that by going to OBS like I'm doing right now. I'm checking to see if my video is lagged or not, and it's not lagged, so I'm good. And usually it'll lag during stream. It won't lag on a local recording. Right now I'm doing a local recording, so it's not lagging. So you'll go here, and so we are actually doing the stream. This is all that you need to do in order to monitor capture your screen, and to do live streaming, and to do local recording. So this is all that you need. You need OBS, and you need to look up OBS, and you need to get the older OBS, especially for a slower computer. If your computer can handle OBS Studio, I would say go for it. But I'm doing this all through OBS Classic, and remember, you'll go to downloads and all that other good stuff in order to pull that up. So yeah, as you see, I'm not getting any lag. As you see, everything looks good. This is going to be in 720p, and it's going to be a full monitor capture, because when you click on the Xbox app, it is not going to you can't minimize your Xbox app screen when you're streaming. It has to capture the whole screen. So right now I'm running a game, and that's pretty much it. So you have OBS, you have the Xbox app, you have to be on the same network, and you have to click stream while you're monitor capturing. Remember, you have to monitor capture in order to do it. And pretty much that's it. Everything else is going to come down to equipment, and everything else is going to come down to whether you have a good microphone, or if you have anything else. So yeah, so I have a C920 Logitech camera, and as well as I have a M Audio Producer Edition USB microphone, and that's what I use to stream, and that's what I use to get my video here, so it's good quality and everything else. So this is it. And again, you'll want to put that on very high. And so yeah, you're good. So I'm actually gonna stop this stream here. And I wasn't able to get into a game on Infinite Warfare, but yeah, this is pretty much it. And you know, you'll want to have everything pulled up before you start streaming and before you start doing anything else, because you just want to. So yeah, so this is your man Politic the King. This is my tutorial on how to stream off your Xbox through the Xbox app and through OBS. And it's very, very simple, guys. It's very, very simple. Now, the setup, you might find some problems in the setup as far as OBS is concerned, but if you just stick to what I showed you, and again, if you have less than 6 gigabytes of RAM, you're probably going to have more problems. If you have upwards of 6 gigabytes of RAM, you're probably not going to have any problems at all, because you'll just have more RAM to work with. That CPU preset is very important, because as it runs faster, it's not going to lag as much. So, and only if your computer can take it. If your CPU can take it, if your RAM can take it, then you're good. But if your RAM can't take it, then you're going to be in the pits. So this is your man Politic the King. This is my tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am out. Please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I am a gaming channel. I'm just doing this for my boys, so they can, you know, stream and do their thing. So I finally did the video. I have it uploaded. You guys take it easy. May God bless your gaming. I'm out.